Since the beginning of time, when two titans have stepped into the ring, people have bought tickets, they have gathered around, and they have posted theories. Spoke to their friends about who they think will come out on top. And that is exactly what's happening now that Netflix and Disney Plus are in full swing with their rivalry. If you like the content on this channel, please like, share, and subscribe. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers so I can get one of those community tab buttons and get to hang out with you freaky idiots. Let's get into it. So Forbes posted a very nice article today about The Mandalorian versus The Witcher. And this is about Netflix versus Disney Plus, but also about a different philosophy when it comes to content and how that content should be distributed to you, how the consumer wants to digest what's being brought to them. Now, Disney Plus is using a very traditional model, releasing one episode a week, while Netflix changed the game when they created the binge watch, where you would sit there and you would get every single episode of that season released on the same day. I personally love the binge watch. I dedicate a day to watch some of these series, and if they catch me in the very beginning, I am not putting that remote down. Well, I am actually putting that remote down, and I'm watching that entire season in one swing. Where with The Mandalorian, you gotta wait. Just like back in the day, you had to wait. And this was done primarily because you wanted interest in the program to grow over time. So, by the time, hopefully by the end of the season, you would have a big finale. Everyone that watched it in the peripheral, all that water cooler talk, would gather around for that last episode, and you would sell the hell out of those ads, right? But Disney Plus doesn't sell ads. So what it's trying to do is it's trying to maintain that viewership. They're afraid of the mass exodus because they know they don't have any other content coming out for quite a while that's going to be as attractive as The Mandalorian. They got the Marvel stuff coming, but it ain't quite here yet. Let's take a look at this article right here by Paul Tassi of Forbes. And he's a senior contributor. And he's a senior contributor in games. So well, he's a news and opinion about video games, television, and the internet as a whole. Movies too. There's been a lot of debate about various aspects of Disney Plus and Netflix lately. Namely, is Disney Plus stretching out its content over a rather sparse first year to justify continued subscriptions? Now, Disney has done a few things to try to get that money up front, or to hook you in for longer than just that first initial month. The first thing they tried to do, and they're still trying to do, is give you these special packages where you pay a little bit less, but you're like locked in, for 2 years. For 2 whole years, you're locked in. And they were doing that before Disney Plus, the service itself, even launched. You had no idea what was going on with Disney Plus. And then the second way is by doing this, by releasing everything on a Friday, once a week with The Mandalorian, because they knew that they did not have that much content. And the old content would only take you so far. Well, I thought I'd take a look at one chart to demonstrate how many people are interested in two big shows, The Mandalorian and The Witcher, and what might look like with the different strategies of two very popular shows released around the same time. I've actually watched the entirety of The Mandalorian. I have not watched the entirety of The Witcher. My wife watched The Witcher. She really enjoyed it. She can't wait for season 2. And right here is the chart. Let me make this a little bit bigger for you. Bam. So as you can see, there's nothing here, right? Because this is by Google search trends. This is what he's using. So it's not the most scientific thing out there. So you can see, though, every time a new episode starts to come out, well, the first episode was right around here, right? That's the Google search trend. And then it starts to slowly teeter off. And it actually, as time went on, interest in The Mandalorian through Google search started to go down until that final episode, which would be somewhere around here. And in that final episode, you get that spike close to the original. Now, The Witcher, on the other hand, people are kind of looking at it. Oh, new trailer comes out, stuff up. People, oh, okay. And then it comes out on Netflix, and boom, there's that huge jump there. And then it kind of, slowly. But here's the thing, though. Is this spike so big right here that it overtakes all of this? And it may. And then you come all the way down here as it goes down, and it's still generating a high amount of interest. This is the word of mouth effect. You have a bunch of people that watch it on the first day. They binge watch the hell out of it, and then they go tell their friends, "Hey man, did you guys see The Witcher? I think it was awesome." Then their friends go and binge watch it over that weekend. And that's exactly what's happening there. And then people go in and they start searching things, about the content, about the show and all that good stuff. So the difference between the two strategies is pretty clear. The Mandalorian has spikes every Friday when it's usually released and has sustained interest over that period of time with a big jump for the grand finale. And yet The Witcher seems to be a more popular program overall with a massive surge on its initial weekend. But even its trail off since its debut on December 20th still puts it above The Mandalorian on its best day. And then the global chart has an even bigger difference. And the global chart's going to definitely have a bigger difference because Disney Plus is not available in a lot of different countries that Netflix is. So this is a little, I would call it an unfair comparison at this point. Disney is very popular in some parts of the country, some parts of the world where things like The Witcher will not be. So I don't really, but it's not available yet. I don't really do this one too much. I do this one as a more fair comparison, which is the U.S. market is a more fair comparison for them right now. Once Disney Plus is out in more countries, then that'll be a little bit different. The Witcher is big enough where word of mouth is continuing to make it popular past its opening weekend. And that's what happens with a lot of these Netflix shows. They're not rewatched a lot, but that word of mouth keeps them going. Like Stranger Things, that first season, that first weekend was huge, but I'm sure it maintained that interest as people were going, "Hey man, did you see the Stranger Things thing?" And Disney, though, on the other hand, because they don't have a crap ton of content coming out, because they wanted to launch Disney Plus, I believe, a little too early. I think they should have had at least 2 or 3 shows already in full production, ready to go back to back to back to keep people interested. Instead, they put their money in one show and said, these other ones are coming, trust us. And then they had to use some tactics to try to keep those people engaged. And there was a huge talk of this mass exodus from Disney Plus once The Mandalorian ended. I don't know too many people personally who have left Disney Plus since The Mandalorian has changed, because a lot of people that I know have kids, and the reason that they have Disney Plus is because of that other children's content on there. But I could totally see why Star Wars fans, who are also Marvel fans, don't ever get it twisted, Marvel and Star Wars fans are simpatico. They're together. I can see the Star Wars fans / Marvel fans quitting on Disney Plus for a couple of months, waiting for that next Disney Plus Marvel show, and then after that, waiting again for another Mandalorian Season 2. If Disney plans on continuing to do something like this, they need to have things like back to back to back to back. Like, once one Mandalorian comes off, you're going to have to have a She-Hulk and this and that and all that other good stuff. Right now, they didn't do that. So, the difference between Disney and Netflix right now is Netflix is so much larger in that space. And if you look at how much Netflix original content there is, it is massive, the amount of original content that they have on that streaming service. Those are the two big differences right now between Netflix and Disney Plus. And right now, Netflix is still the much better value. And Netflix, with their binge watching model, to me, is the most consumer friendly also. They're not trying to drag you along to get that next month. They're giving you more content. So when you talk about right now what's going on between Disney Plus and Netflix, I personally like the Netflix model a lot better. I'm not here to judge on whether The Witcher or The Mandalorian was a better series because I did not actually watch The Witcher yet. And I'm going to watch The Witcher because I heard good things from my significant other, my missus, that it was a pretty good show. So I'm going to definitely take a look at it. But everybody loves Baby Yoda. Guys, if you like the content of this channel, please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget that I want to get to 100 subscribers so I can get that community tab. And I can go ahead and talk to you guys about stuff and get more ideas on things to do on this channel. And thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. And I will see you again on the next video.